Welcome. Welcome to Pearls of Wisdom. I have a moon reading for you again. We come to the dark moon, which is the sun and the moon conjunction. And before that, I want to say again, I have a workshop organized finally for the SkyView Astrology. So if you would learn to be able to interpret, especially your own chart first, that is a 6 evening or morning, depending in what time zone you live, lesson. And I will also put it out so you can listen to it at any time again. You will have a link and the password that you can go in. And this will help you to understand the approach, the true approach of SkyView Astrology, of the curriculum of life, the astrology that does not tell you who you are and does not make statements like that, but shows you the curriculum, what you have signed up for. This is a very powerful knowledge when you know the quality of time that you're living, and you later can, if you want to go more professional, you can have a second workshop that you can learn to see the timing exactly what is going on. But the first thing is, I think, very important that you can read your own chart, or maybe also chart of some people in your family, that you can interpret and understand, so you can all understand why you're here and what is your purpose of life. Now I want to share the screen with you, and we look at the dark moon reading again. This is not new moon, this is dark moon. This is when we do not see the moon. There is a period of 5 days we don't see the moon. That is 2 days before the dark moon, and then 2 days after. On the third day, there is the new moon, that when you see the new moon crescent coming up. So this is the new moon and not the dark moon. This is also, there are some, some sayings that people go into. You read everywhere about new moon, but the new moon, especially when you go into the religion, the Islam, when they have the Ramadan, they stop the Ramadan on the day of the new moon. And this is when you see the new moon coming up, which is actually a very good thing to do, to fast. But we're not discussing that here. But the thing is also, when you go in a fast, it doesn't make much sense if you eat at night and just don't eat during the day. The moon and sun conjunction is in Aries. On the 19th, the sun has moved into Aries, which is actually a new solar cycle. This would be also closer to a new year. But, we are between, we have the seasons on the planet, but we have to see that the chart that we work with here is not a representation of the season, but the way we look at it, it is the representation of the curriculum of life and the time quality of the moment when we are here, which has not much to do with the season. This turns around one time within the grand solar year of 25,920 years. Now, the new beginning is here with the very strong red constellation here, that triangle that we see here, and that is attention. And we can say that attention is to Pluto and to Mars. So Pluto is a planet which is very difficult to interpret in a way, because also misunderstandings here. When we look at the signs, look at the symbols. And that is one thing that is very important. Once you understand symbols and you can read them, they give you a lot of information. So when we have the Mercury represents actually the human being, the persona, the one that is here. The divine being that is in this physical body is a persona, and we talk through the body, which is like personare, means I talk through the body. So I'm a person that I play a role in this lifetime that I have signed up for. And again, this is what we can see in the chart. Now, sorry, it's really hot here. We have over 40 degrees in the sun, and in my balcony, it's about 37 degrees in the shadow. So we have here, when you look at the symbols again, we have a moon, we have a circle, and we have a cross. This is Mercury, the persona, the person representing here the divine being that is inhabiting our physical body. And now we have the same three elements here, but you can see the sun is inside of the moon. And the moon is the female principle. The cross, the materialization, is always representing what we manifest on the earth, the four lines, the cross. And here the sun, which represents the consciousness. When I said the human being, how do we function? There is some input. This is the moon that is the receiving part. Then we have the circle, which is the consciousness. This is when we consciously experience or hear or see something, and then whatever we manifest out of this, that it will be the action or the reaction that the human is free to do. So for example, if I hear something, I can answer, or if I see something, I can do something about it. For example, if I see that my plants don't have water, I go and give them some water. So this is the responding to the world. This is what the human being is. And now we have the consciousness inside of the crescent. And the moon is actually the female principle. So we can say this is beyond, because it's one of the outer planets that actually a lot of astrologists don't even look at. For me, this is the goddess principle with the womb, with the egg in the womb, we can say, or the baby in the womb, about to manifest something new. And when you look at the sign of Scorpio, which is the transformation and rebirth, that is actually quite interesting when you see the Pluto as the ruler of Scorpion, that gives us a rebirth within life. And I think what is very important is also that Pluto states that also we are eternal, because this is about the rebirth within the body. So we don't need to die. So there are many ways of moving forward. And our body definitely is not meant to be only like 70, 80, whatever years old. Our body, the function of the body can be much longer. And this is also part of where we approach in the moment. So when I look at this, there will be very powerful revelation coming on. Then we have Capricorn here. Capricorn is the sign that takes away all the camouflage and shows things naked. And we can say Mars is in as a fire sign, in a fire planet in a water sign, has lost a little bit the ground under the feet. It's definitely not a good time to manifest something. For example, even if we have a new beginning here, it's, for example, not a good idea to open a business right now, because you might not have the right foundation, you might not have the right people, which is also confirmed with the two half squares, which are karmic aspects, that we now are more revealing things that have happened again in the past. And this revelation will be more clear now, more, even also more aggressive in a way. And we can see that a lot of disclosure becomes quite aggressive, and also reaction from people become quite aggressive, or I don't know how to say. People stand up and start to fight. And when you look out in the world, how much anger there is, what is coming to the surface now. And I really understand that. I mean, we have been cheated for so long, lied to for so long. Anger is definitely a state we have to go through, but it's also important not to be standing there, but to go through it. anger is something that is natural. This is a natural reaction to something. When we look also at the consciousness table of Dr. David Hawkins, we can see that anger is just the last of the negative that move into the positive consciousness. And we need to go through the anger to release all that stuff that don't belong to us. If we eat the anger within ourselves and we don't release it, we get sick. So this is also, there will be a lot of anger will be released in the moment. And since we have here Venus and Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn, there is also no way to avoid anything, to create something over it, to hide it. Now, when we look what happened in the past, the situation mainly was that they created a new artificial world in a way, and they created a brainwash program slowly over 100 years or 200 years. They have started to brainwash people to believe in a certain way of life, which is quite far away from what our natural way of life would be. But it became normal. It became the norm. And this is why Venus is captured actually here and hidden. She cannot manifest the natural life. And this is why the energy has to be drowning in the moment, has to go down, that this can come up, that this can kind of explode. So I would see here the energy of a volcano, maybe even underwater, what is happening, that this can release itself. So when you still have anger, then please try to release it. And don't try to release it to a certain person or a politician or whatever it is. That doesn't bring you any result. The anger is within you. And these people out there, they just trigger it. So it is my anger because I have maybe not reacted to certain situations in my life before, and this is now stuck in me. So this shows itself very often if somebody get angry very fast. As soon as things go a little bit beside what they want, they get angry immediately. And when you feel that there is some anger, there is a very, very easy way. And this is also very much connected with the Aries topic that we have, the warrior, but also the warrior is at the same time the carrier of the torch, the bringer of the light. So that we want that light, we want that energy, but we don't want it compressed. We want it free. Now, to free this energy, what I used in my workshops often is a dartboard, and I gave them lots and lots and lots of darts. And then they wrote down what is angering them. But never people. Even if I'm very angry at my spouse or my teacher or my whatever, it doesn't matter. Never ever write a person's name, but write what is my anger. I am very angry because I'm suppressed and I'm not allowed to do this, not allowed to do that, or I cannot act as I want. Whatever it is, write it down. Put that piece of paper on the dartboard and then start to, I hate you, whatever words are coming up. And it was very funny. I had especially one student, and he kind of, what the hell are you talking about? I'm not angry. I said, yes, you are. So, okay, he wrote down finally, yeah, I'm angry here and here and there. And then the first few darts was kind of a blah, 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 blah. And the more he threw, the more angry he got. And at the end, he was shouting. And when he had all his darts, I think there were about 50 or whatever, he lay in the grass and he was laughing. He was laughing like crazy. And, I should have made a picture before and after. He looked so happy. He was so relaxed. So this is a very good way to get rid of anger. Or if Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, if this is somebody you might remember, she was one of the very first researchers into death and dying and came to the spiritual aspect. She was a medical doctor. She was actually Swiss. She was a triplet, and I had the honor that I could organize a speech with her in Switzerland in 1986. So that was a very interesting time for me. So what she did, she collected when you have a bicycle, the inside, that rubber thing that she cut them in half, and at that time we still had telephone books. So they used the telephone books, and she said she was really having a lot of fun to see all these pages fly away. There was a big mess, and at the end when they had to clean up, she said it was so fun, the cleaning up. Everybody was hugging and laughing, and after that we did that too. We went to have a nice drink, like an apero or something like that. So that was really fun. So this is now the time to get rid of your anger. Now use all the tools that you have to get rid of it. You can throw stones towards something, or you can make like put up some stones and take one after the other and throw it at a target or something like that. This also works. There are many ways how to do it. So if you get rid of your anger, you can reduce this fire square, and you can resolve all that karmic. It is like a dam, it's like, you have not been free for not just one lifetime, but we have been here for many, many lifetimes within a system, within the hijacked matrix, the false matrix that we've been living, and not really human life, like okay, let's say like that, a norm inside of a norm, a box. We have been human being instead in nature to live a natural life. So this somehow has to go, and you can see that the water and the earth that we have here, there is only here the AC is Libra, which is balance. It needs to be balanced, otherwise, well, a lot of people are sick, that. And we don't want to get sick. We want to get rid of that anger. And that is here in areas, that breakthrough point, that everything in our bodies can flow again and manifest naturally. So this is the main message here that we have. See, also Jupiter is only connected with the karmic aspect. So there is no way to expand. There is no way to move forward or to release Venus that is here with Saturn without looking at all these things that are coming up. And a lot of people are in this process of like other people coming back into their life they haven't seen for a long time, or suddenly somebody shows up, even from your youth or whatever, you have completely forgotten even the person exists, and will trigger something within you. It can be both. It can be something good, then be very happy about it and say thank you for that. Or it can be something that really hurt, and be also very happy about it, because that's the chance to let it go. So also say thank you. And whatever is coming up, whatever is stepping into your life right now, is something that you have to resolve, and then you can move forward. And you have the free will. Like if you have people they come in your life, and it is your decision, you say, no, this is not what I want, then let go. Just simply let go. People automatically will move out of your life if you are not on the same wavelength, and you're either boring or annoying or whatever to them. And they won't contact you anymore. So you don't need to fight for that. The fight that you have to do, or that is now happening, when you do that, is your fight within yourself to let all that anger go out, to not fight other people, but fight those things that are stuck still within you, that make you angry. And in that way, it's more a release than a fight, even if it looks really like you would be fighting. So many ways to do that. And then you can also liberate afterwards your persona, the person that you are, from all that anger. The next step, and soon Mercury will move over Chiron, which is the healer. And when Mercury is moving over Chiron, that is also, it's like a test. It's like some people, they go to the doctor once a year to make a checkup. I would say when we have Mercury here, this is kind of a special checkup of your spiritual well-being. And then the topic that we have here in the axis, we have kind of the Beauty and the Beast. The Libra, would be Venus is the beauty, but you see the beauty is still captured. She is not free yet, but the beast is activated. So it is time to look at the beast within you. It's time to look at the skeletons we still have in the cellar, to get them out and bury them properly, to really understand that the point where we're going here, the goal, Leo, is to become the king or the queen of your own life, to take back your power. And then even if IC is still here in Capricorn, to see clearly. When Capricorn is the best picture, is like when you look at the skeleton, when all the flesh and everything is away, you see the clear structure. So this clear structure is still visible. And then we are moving into Aquarius, where we are free to be reconnected with the spiritual self without all the baggage and the backpacks that we still have. Okay, so there is still a lot of hidden, there is still a lot of mystery, a lot of lies, a lot of deception around us. Don't pay much attention to what is happening outside. Pay attention what is happening within you and how your reaction to certain situations is. Because if you are reacting, this is the emotional part. But if you are able to look and hold for a moment, take a few deep breaths instead of to react, and then choose consciously how you want to act. And that is the step towards liberation, when you are conscious, very conscious about not only what is happening in your life, but also what is happening in the life of people all around you. Okay, so that's for this dark moon on the 27th. And again, I hope that I see some of you in my workshop. I look forward to see you there, and I can guarantee you there is a lot of very fascinating things we talk about that. Okay, bye for now. Next week I will be away. I'm gonna pack for my first holiday in 11 years. So I'm gonna be away for a week, and I will come back to the next moon reading. So next week I might not, if I come back, maybe I do a card reading, but I'm not sure yet. Okay, bye-bye for now.